Hello everybody, it's Mrs Harper here, and it's lovely to be able to be here to do your assembly today. I don't know if you know, but today, well this week is quite a special week where we think about everyone's mental health. It's called Mental Health Awareness Week. Now, I don't know, you might not know what mental health is, but having a good mental health is really, really important. We have our physical health, and that's what people think about most of the time when they talk about being healthy. That's all about how well somebody's body is working. And we look after our physical health by getting enough sleep, exercising regularly, and eating a well-balanced diet, amongst other things. That helps us to keep physically healthy. Our mental health is a little bit different, but it is linked to our physical health. Our mental health is all about our mind. It's all about how we think, our thoughts, what we feel like, our feelings, and that affects how we behave. And we need to look after our mental health just as much as our physical health. And at the moment, that can be really quite hard. Things are very different at the moment. And you might be finding during this difficult time of lockdown that you might have a few more things bothering your mind than normal. You may have lots of worries, and that would be perfectly normal because at the moment it's a really, really worrying time. And we know that things will get better, but we still have things on our minds. And that's why it's important to look after our mental health. I want you to have a little think about how you're feeling right now. If you can, you might want to think back to the zones of regulation and think what zone you might be in. You might be feeling happy, you might be feeling excited, you might be feeling sad, you might be feeling worried. There's all kinds of different feelings that you could have right now. And it's okay to have whatever feelings you have because that's you and that's where you are now. But I think a lot of you might have more things on your mind that worry you at the moment. And I've got one of my favourite books that I'd like to share with you. You might know this one. It's called A Huge Bag of Worries. And this might help you to find a way of understanding your worries and understanding that actually things might not be as bad as you think they are if you only get them out in the open. If you pause the video right now, you can then click on the link, teachers, or at home, parents, if you click on the link, and you can listen to the Bag of Worries story. Poor Jenny, she did have a tough time with her worries, but she got rid of a lot of them by getting them out in the open. I mentioned the zones of regulation to you before the story, and I want you to think about when you're feeling worried, which zone do you think you might be in? I think sometimes when I'm worried, I go into the yellow zone and I get a bit kind of jiggly and agitated when I feel worried. But sometimes I go into the blue zone with my worries because they seem so enormous. And I think Jenny had got herself into the blue zone at that point and she just didn't know what to do. But when you're feeling out of the green zone for whatever reason, and if you're feeling really, really worried, there are some things that you can do to help yourself, to improve your mental health and to help you feel happier. Take a little think about your own worries at the moment. If you were to draw a picture of your worries, and this is something you could do when you have some spare time today or sometime this week, what would your worries look like? What would they be about? We all have different kinds of things that we worry about. And I wonder whether all of your worries actually belong to you or whether they belong to somebody else or not. This would be a nice activity to do at home, in particular with your parents. And you can talk about the worries because that's one of the best ways of dealing with them. When we feel worried, we need to find a way of helping ourselves. And that will help us get back into the green zone as well, because we feel most calm and comfortable when we're in the green zone. Here's a few ideas that I thought of, but you've probably got some better ones that you like to do, things that you like to do that stop you feeling worried. One of the main things to do is to talk to an adult. That's the same as Jenny opening up her bag and getting her worries out. Helps them feel better when you talk to somebody. But there's lots of other things you can do when you're feeling worried, or if you're out of the green zone and need to get back there to do your learning. You could go and do a bit of exercise, go on trampoline if you've got one, or run up and down the stairs a few times. Lots of things you can do. You could do some colouring or drawing. That's a nice calming activity. You could have a little bit of a break and move about, get something to eat or something to drink. You could read a book or listen to a story if you don't like reading. You could listen to music as well. And breathing is a really important thing to do when you're feeling worried. Because when you do some decent deep breathing, for example, breathing around your fingers, breathing in and out and in and out, nice and slowly, all the way around your fingers, everything seems a bit better and that bag of worries doesn't seem so big. But talking to a trusted person is one of the most important things you can do when you're feeling worried. And that might be difficult for some of you while you're at home. Your parents might be busy with their work and you might not want to bother them. Or it might be something that normally you'd talk about with your friends or with a teacher or another adult in school. And there are some ways that you can share your worries with us still, if you need to. Do you remember using Zoomos? Quite a few of you used that during the last lockdown. You should have your login details now, so if you don't have them, please do let me know and I'll make sure you get them. But there's a worry box inside Zoomos, and you can just type in your worries and your teacher will get them straight away and will be able to help you with them. And if you don't want to do the worry box, you can go into the chill room and listen to some nice music and watch some nice videos and things that will calm you down. You can learn how to meditate and breathe calmly. You can play with some of the games in the games room, and you can go to the Rate My Day room, where every day you can rate how you're feeling and you can customise your room according to you. Really good way to support your mental health. On our Chorley Community Primary School website, we have the Tell Me button as well, just under the Learning at Chorley button. And if you click on that, you can type in your worries and anything that's bothering you will come straight to one of us teachers and we can help you with that. But the most important thing for you to do is to try and talk to somebody. So if you're finding things difficult at the moment, see what you can do to share those worries. Because once you get them out in the open, things just don't seem quite so bad. Hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.